Hello and welcome to the third episode of Craze Lounge with Lee. Today I have a very good friend, stranger to no one, I believe. A very good friend, music composer ook mense, maar nie vergeet nie, JNE Ward. Jason, hoe
Kan ek aan die kant? Het gaan baie goed met my, it goes very well with me.
Lovely man. So today, Jason, we're basically just gonna talk about your business, talk about lockdown and how you overcame all those barriers during lockdown. But let me start by asking, how did you come about establishing JNE Services? Want ons weet mos nou van JNE Services.
So I have to start at the beginning, which it started in lockdown, because in lockdown, het ons nog ons allemaal laat out of the box. Het is net 4 hoeken wat ons dink, ons kyk nog buiten die 4 hoeken. That's how the business started, because I realized that I needed to do something extra to sustain myself and my family. Vir die wie nog geweten, ek ons nog getrouwd.
Hi, wifey, hello.
Happily married. And when you get married, things change, because it's not about you anymore. It's about your family.
Your family, yeah.
And I realized, kijk, ik ga het niet van kiks kan leven, because die kik kan nog gekend. In fact, zij is niet een safe na soundcheck. Die kik kan nog gecanceld worden na soundcheck. Als je look, die mensen is nog. Of in fact, ze spelen gig. En als ik klaar en dan zien mensen, guys, jullie hebben nog gezien die opkomst. Die mensen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then you have to go home with that thing. And when you're married, you don't want that type of stress.
You can't go home with that, yeah.
I realized, I said, no man, I need to do something different. And that's when I started JNE Services, which is a transport services for, I don't really laugh, but for when you are alive and when you are not alive.
Okay.
So yeah, that's ernstige business.
Nee, dat is ernstig.
You know, people sometimes ask me, like my uncle said, he said, Jason, hoe gaat het zo bezig met Jay van alle, I said, no, I'm very professional.
Yeah.
Do you want to see how I look? Like, you want to stand up now?
No, but we understand. You transport
corpse with deceased.
En mos nou dat wat nog loopie op die pad.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move to, we know that, well, everybody knows, 1 minute, he's Jason after the percussions, and next minute it's a spot a different post on Facebook. Ek sal nooit vergeet.
That was...
So, we would like to know more, like, how it happened, you know, because you mentioned previously that you now have a family.
Yes.
And I think we should, you know, introduce the viewers to your family.
True. Can I
Then go coffee.
So what happened is I was playing Lang Arm by David Kramer at the Fugate Theatre. And she came to watch the show.
Okay.
But the funny thing about it is I used to think that she was her brother's wife. Because they had the same surname, Dom Ecker. Was kind of lanka getrouwd geweest. So I used to think that she was her brother, because I knew him before. So she came to watch the show, Langer met the Fugate Theatre, and she commented on the picture. And ik tegen altijd dat like that comment changed the whole life. Because then I went to look and dig, and ik zie dat ja, maar as sy sister en is nie sy vrou nie. And that's when soos baie van die godsmanne, I waved. By a wave. And I waved. And she replied.
Okay, was die wave nou op die hol of in die inbox?
Een inbox?
En dat was die op die groene velde nie, ne?
Nee, een wave kan nie op die hol gebeur nie. Ons wave net in die inbox. Die wife gaat die regeling op die hol en in die inbox is. So I waved and she waved back.
Okay, and that's now when you guys decided, ons is bedoeld voor elkaar and let's just do it.
And then from that day we started chatting and never ended there. And I was like, look, this is the one that I want, because obviously in music you meet a lot of people and you meet a lot of people. And when I saw her, and I was like, no man, but this is what you can sense. Like, look, this is a person. You
this
know,
is for you.
And we have a very good understanding, and then we got married in less than a year of dating. Ek glo jy moet lang wag. As jy weet dit is jou deel, dan vat jy deel, because die Bybel sê ons moet nie tyd uitkoop.
Hoor julle daai nie tyd uitkoop, né? Okay, Jason, so I want to move to your last gig. Your very last gig that you did before lockdown, and how that impacted you.
So my last gig was before lockdown. We were at Baxter Theatre, also with David Kramer. We were doing Danger in the Dark, very great musical. We had 2 weeks left of our contract when the pandemic strike us like a thunder. and that was my last gig, and then at least had ek nog gepay vir 2 weke na ry, and then after that it just went quiet. Because I think it was the 21 days.
The 21 days,
and everyone started video calling. And that's how video calls became so popular. Even up until now, people don't do normal calls. No, just video calls. They don't even worry. Like say, they just do video calls. And then the video call started, and I said, look, everyone was like, guys, don't worry, 21. Hey, we gaan nou practice. And hey, we get back, you don't gaan work. And then it was extended. And meer. And that's when I... Hey, what happened here? What happened here? So that was my last gig before lockdown. Ons was in die theater het gejaag. Hulle het gesê die show kan nie wat noem hulle nou deesdae nie, super spreaders. Ja, super spreaders. So that was my last gig.
Okay.
Voor regte paying gig. Yeah, you have to say that. Yeah,
so vroeger het jy gemention van 'n injury.
Yes.
Would you like to discuss that?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened was I came to rehearsal one morning. Now everyone know ek is a joking mens. That's my personality. In die oggend as ek wakker skrik en at night when I go to sleep. So I got to rehearsal. Then I was still busy setting up. Setting David and Ozin, Edith and Holocaust, and then I was adjusting an electronic percussion stand. Like so. I went normally down like me and Dominic, the sound guy, and then when I went down I just went, and the first one was a poop. So it wasn't a poop. I just went down and I was like, what? And then I had to sit on the seat first, and I was like, so I sat and I thought, okay, look, this plane is just gonna go. It's and then I stayed there and I realized, hey, I need to speak, because I couldn't like literally I couldn't. I had to sit like this. I had to keep myself up, and that's when I realized, hey, something's wrong. So I said, yeah, guys, hey, and obviously I laughed. I said, my brother can't no jokes. I said, guys, because like, can we call the choreographer? Anyways, they called him. Yes, what's his name now? Because obviously he must not know how to deal with the dancers, and he said, look, just get down, lay down a bit, and hulle het 'n warme ding gebring, and I said, okay. And then I think I was laying like for half an hour, and then I said, no man, it's not like that. And I said, look, let's call my wife now, my fiance then. And then she came. And then took me to the hospital, couldn't walk. And then they not put me out, but I couldn't play for 2 weeks. I had to lay in bed, couldn't move on my own. And that was hectic for me because all I could think was like, how am I going to perform again? Because that's all I know, performing music. This is all I have. And that's also one of the reasons why I started thinking different and approaching life different, because I was like, ik kan dat nou niet alleen toilet toe gaan. My girlfriend or my mother had to help me. And then 2 weeks, they said, look, it's fine. We're going to get a replacement for you. Because now you must know also, this is not a 9-to-5 job, but they nog safe is. Many because if something happened, they call someone else. And then socialize someone else, call a got your geld. Luckily, I was gone. They said, look, don't worry about it. Like, the musical director at the time, he said, look, don't worry about it, just go home and relax. And so after 2 weeks I came back, they said, look, take it easy, because I must first ease yourself. So I went to physio as well. I had to be there every morning. I think it was 3 times a week. And that's when I started bowling, and then came back, started playing again. Net begin speel, toen was het lockdown. Toen nog een knock.
But
Amen.
I just want to go back to, you were admitted to hospital.
Yes.
And when you were admitted, wat het in your mind gegaan? Because that's a gig, that's money. You didn't do the gig. How am I going to pay medical bills?
When that happened, the first thing I could say was dankie Here. Because at the time, you're paying all you say, just take me to hospital. You're not thinking about cost and stuff. And in that moment, I also realized, look, I now have medical aid. That time I didn't have medical aid. And they said, look, okay, this thing happened here, so it's injury on duty. And that's when they said, look, it's a lot of paperwork, but rather do the paperwork. And then luckily they covered my bill. Well, they said, look, they're going to sort everything out. That was one of the luckiest things for me, because otherwise when I got
nou nog medical bills betalen, nee?
So I was grateful for that, but that also made me realize that it's important to think of those stuff medical, because I was fine. I was fine. I didn't think that would happen to me, and net so in a split second it happened, and then I was out. And so I want to encourage the musicians. Can I look into the camera? I want to encourage the musicians, guys, get medical aid and look after your health. Because I know we get busy, and from rehearsal to gig. So it took a really. You just keep going. And you have to take care of your health, because one day it will just knock you out. I was at the rehearsal a few weeks ago, and a friend of mine, colleague or so, I was healed alright, and he just got sick. And that made me realize again about, we were still rehearsing, that the important, the importance of medical aid, but also looking after yourself. Eat maar blaar, drink maar water and things, because you know what I'm saying, because we're getting older, man. So now I'm very much on that. Ik werk nog een beetje aan.
In die koffie intake?
I'm working on that. I drink a lot of coffee, mama. I probably go through 3 to 4 in the morning.
Dan water, klomp water bijdragen hoor.
But yeah, she's serious on the water, so yeah, that's what
that's good. So most of us will remember your lockdown video.
Lockdown party
at home. It was such a great video. Before we discuss it, we're just gonna play a short clip for lockdown party at home.
Yes. It was the 20th day of March, 2020. This year we said it was gonna be 2020. Resolutions were made, reservations were made, but everything has changed by a speech that was made. I can settle sit for 21 days, my bro, in our homes. We all have to stay. So take a bit of TV and update to my CV, cause when things is done, we all want to get paid. Home sweet home, it's a lockdown party at home. Home sweet home, it's a lockdown party at home. Home sweet home, it's a lockdown party at home. Home sweet home, sweet home. Nou sit ons by die huis, alles voel so out of place. My ma sê ek moet skoonmaak, maar my gedagtes wil net wegraak. Ek mis mos al my brasse, die gekeier en die braai, die choppie en die slai. Yes, like a bye Maré. Kijk, je gaat was je handen los, die corona plannen.
Hij gaat zo lekker geweest, nee. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it. Jason?
Yes.
Kom eens praten met je van die video, man.
Yes.
Ik is bij je opzitten, maar zitten voor mij gebrek in die video niet, maar ze gaan zo nog een maken.
Ja, ik ga er nog een maken. Die ene is cool. Fighting cool. Next is gonna be over the pandemic.
Dat is meer maas eraan, hè?
Actually, the next song is gonna be without masks. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna. Yeah, they must send me video clips.
No, but let's discuss that one, man. Ik heb het bij je geniet. What made you come up with that song and the music video?
Yeah, so what happened was, I was sitting at home as everyone was sitting and screaming like that. We were all like, het kan niet meer reis. Ja, het kan niet meer. Ja, ik wil eten. Ja, you know. And then I saw the video of David him.
Okay.
Ik heb ik woord kan zien, because het is misschien een geestelijke ding. But do you guys have that in beep, like they made in the wrestling? Wacht, en als ze iets oké beep. Ja. So, when they're out to corona. That one was it echo? No, corona. Then I was in spot, and I was like, look, I'm going to try and do something like that. So I was sitting there, because I've got a song, Home Sweet Home.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, okay, what can I do? And then me and my brother-in-law, because he's good in schrijven. So I said, look, I've got this idea, I've got this zoekler. It's a lockdown party at home, Home Sweet Home. And then we wrote the song together, and I said, look, I'm going to ask people to send videos and let me try and see that thing. And that's how, and then we recorded the song. And then I played it on C7, maar ik dacht dat het gaat zo.
Nee, it was big.
Yeah, and then, and I was happy that I could, in the lockdown, still entertain people and still have them go, like this, and they're gonna be like,
Okay, Jason.
Yes, praise God.
So, your vehicle
Yes.
that you fully paid off
Yes.
for your business, you sold it.
Yes. Said, look, this car is standing at home. I need to do something to sustain me and my family. And I said, this is what I have. I'm going to trade it in and start my business. Take the extra bit that we had left and we paid it finished and started working with that one. Early in the morning, start up nou nog vanoggend het ek nog baie vroeg opgestaan. And that's the thing that I want to say, people realizing that you have to work hard. Like my wife would say, sometimes I sleep 4 to only 5 hours, 4 hours a day, because that's my thing. I work very hard because I want to do the best to my family, and I grind hard, and that's how we could, in a few months' time, get another vehicle, and the business is growing. Because basically, what I'm doing is, like some people don't like the word hustle, but I say I'm hustling. Like as I am in music, like I was operating in music, like saying, hey, I get people like, hey, wanneer gaat ze met boek? Because that's how you have to put yourself out there, and then this one sees you there, and then this happens here, and then because of you know, I was like, you must hustle, and that's how my business grew. Because I was like telling people, look, I'm doing this thing, and I get to the cemetery. I would see people and say, look, and that's how things grew for me and for the business. Because that's what I do. I love selling.
Okay, so when you have something like that, like your own vehicle that you basically paid off, in mense sien nou, jy het nou hy vehicle verkoop. Was there no yes, you know, like, because automatically people will think, but obviously you did it for a more bigger, you know, you had plans, and that's why you did it. So were there any words that were maybe said to you after you sold your vehicle that kind of made you, I won't say had a negative impact, but made you think, was the right thing I was doing? Or did what they said, did it push you more into, this is the reason why I'm doing? So whatever you're going to say, look, that is what you think, but this is what I want to do.
Obviously, it was an ego thing for me. I was like, you this man's small with you, and I had no because sometimes when I get to you and people are like, that's how you need that only, and you know what I'm saying? And this thing, but for me, I'm thinking of the bigger picture, of where I want to go in life. And I would never thought a youngster growing up thinking that one day I would live few roads away from where he used to live and in that area, and that is because of it's hard work.
It's hard work.
And it's dedication. But it's a thing of you have to think out of the box. Like, I'm gonna break it down. When I started percussion, I was the first colored boy, and at the time it was just drums, bass, keyboard, and guitar, because that was your core instrument. A good friend of mine, Trevino Isaacs, gave me an opportunity. And he said, look, come and play with us. That time they were killing the scene. He said, look, we can't afford it because obviously this is extra. Because a percussion is basically, soos ek altyd sal sê, is vir die kos maak. When you make a stew, you can make it with salt and pepper. But then you get knol. You see that knol, like beef knol. Now, they can stew so on a but that knol just adds something different.
Yeah.
So that is what percussion was. No, it was just that add. So when budget and goede, that was like, the eerste ding wat gaan is, it was percussion. So I never felt valued, and I was like, yes, I don't take geld and woo, I'm nice, but for long, I played for half the money. Say for instance, if the band was getting, say I'm just looking like 500, then I would get 250. But I never had the problem because I was not to what I was working. I was working that instrument. I was working on my personality. How can I make this thing become what it is today? One day I said, I was playing it, and that day I realized, Jason, this thing is actually bigger than what you think. Someone messages me, I'm sitting backstage at the big concert, and this person is saying, I'm seeing your drums. I'm saying, seeing my drums. A picture of the percussion. And that's when I realized that people associate that. When they see that, they see me. That's when I realized that that's my brand and that's my business. Now, people are booking me based on that. There's a difference between a sessionist musician and then you get the package. Like, people are now booking me because I love it. Okay, X, Y, and because people know that I'm going to play, people are going to come. So now I'm not getting only half the money anymore, I'm getting all the money, but I worked. It was like, I didn't give up on it. And people said, yeah, the thing is on work. I was like, oh, just need to 4-piece band. And, but I worked to what it became now. And when people see me, like, I mean, when after shows, some it's like, people are, they see you, and they enjoy that. So basically, I took something that no one was interested in. Not I took it, but it was my gift. And I brought that in the color. And now I've got, one day a guy called me, he misses me, his son loves percussion through me, and then he surprised his son one day, like he just said, I'm going to take you somewhere. Brought his son in, and his son couldn't believe meeting me, and I was like, yo, this thing is really big. So what I want to say, what that is, work it, man. Work it, because why? Something small can become something big for you. Now I get calls, everyone, you know what I'm saying? Even when I got the call with David, I was doing, we were doing 30 shows at Baxter with Jonathan Cape Jazz as Lekker. David saw me because David came and watched the show, and then David called him and said, look, do you think Jason will be interested in doing a musical? And you should obviously. And that's how I got a call from David Kramer, and then I started working with him. And like I said, the rest is history. Yeah. So because I worked it, and they call it nowadays showman. That's where it's at, so they call me the showman. So that's just a young encouragement to the musicians, not to be showman, but music has changed. That's what people see now. See me about the one. You can play a whole lot of bebop lines and no one's going to be interested. Yeah. But make people feel something, because that's when they want to come back and say, oh my, yo, you know what I'm saying? So that's when we stop with the serious. The ones is, you know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy it, loving the moment, and be calm. Yeah, but there was no one for to say like a prediker part-time.
Okay, Jason, voor ons vir jou laat gaan. It's been a lekker session. Ek moet erken, was baie lekker. Dit het my baie laat lag hoor. Ek kan nie myself contain nie. But before you do go, yes. So we usually have a little game. It can only be a song terwijl nie. So come up with an excuse. Very impossible, like extremely impossible. You have to leave work, but your excuse is so impossible. They can't question you. They also can't keep you there, but it leaves them wondering, is die nou waar?
Ja, ja. Ja, als ik kan dus over het container nou maar. Je weet als ik kar overheat, dan maakt het me zo. I would probably say, my excuse would probably be, I have to go now because on my side hustle, someone just woke up. And said, take me out. Ik moet nog gaan. Because my driver is in stitches. He's not in stitches, he's shocked. Hij is nou daar, maar hij was gewoon geweest. So, je recht partie.
No way, nothing you can vragen. Hoe is hij
En
mondelijk?
mijn gezicht is ernstig. Ik is dood ernstig. Ik kijk dus ik is dood ernstig.
Okay, next one. Just bit of cake.
Mhm.
And now you have to leave the church. But your excuse needs to involve transportation. It just disappeared. Maar ze nou, verstaan, ze praten met die pastor.
Yes.
Even die pastor kan niet bij jou vragen. Bevraagteken voor jouw excuse niet.
Pastoor? Hij heeft mij nou niet gezien. Dat die persoon wie hulle nou gaan halen dit waar hulle uitgaan. Hij persoon is weg met die transport. Die persoon het zelf weggerend. Die persoon het die rechte persoon uitgezet en gezegd, ik ga naar andere. Ik moet nog gaan, pastoor. Pastor, ik moet nog. Coaches.
Jason, before I let you go, JNE Services, I want you to give all your handles because that's mensen dat ook transportation gaan verkeer. So if they need to, for any reason, get in contact with you, then is your information was no klaar.
Yes. Just get in contact with us on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll gladly assist you and arrive alive. That's the slogan of the company, arrive alive.
Okay, so there you have it. Jason Ward or Estelle Ward.
Yes.
You can contact them directly on Facebook and they will be able to assist you. En as jy wil hê, Jason moet percussion speel by julle kerk. Julle kan dieselfde ding doen because hy gaan ons nou die geur bring na die service toe.
That's true. By that service.
Maar die kids.
Baie ernstig. Daar preek ek eintlik. So ek vra extra fooi. Because daar preek ek so ek preek ook al, maar obviously vir extra fooi kleine bedrag.
Kleine bedrag.
Ja, for like so ek charge in per woord. I charge actually per word. So ja, per woord. Zoals ik bedoel, ik charge per woord. So many times een acht neem. And then I'll be there.
You'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there, Harry. So JNE Services, #ArriveAlive.
Jason, baie dankie. Thank you for joining me this evening. Ek kan nie glo jy het so baie gelag. Kan jy so praat?
Mensen die leven se lied.
But on a serious note, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It is an absolute pleasure. And night time, Darren. All the best for the business. And to the viewers, thank you for tuning in. Jason Ward, ik weet jullie gaat die boom vergeten. Ik kan niet meer uitdoen. Bye for now.
Bye bye.